Hello and welcome, influencers. Hello and welcome to Behind the Screen Business Confessions with your girl, Anika Cohen. It's another episode with real, raw conversation to motivate leaders in the marketplace. Listen, I am excited to serve and support you on your journey. On tonight, I am super excited to talk about this subject, business etiquette, right? Um, it should be an easy topic to discuss, but it's not. I believe that we are losing the art of business etiquette. Business etiquette still matters in the marketplace. Absolutely. Put a comment in, put a one in the comments if you agree with that. Business etiquette still matters in the marketplace. It still matters in business. It still matters when you say yes to serving your audience with your products and or services. And I want to talk about that because I believe that business etiquette is not something that is talked about, teached about, because of social media. Social media has really changed the marketplace in regards to how we market, how we brand, how we show up online as business owners. However, we cannot forget that your integrity, your character, your personality, your values are all attached to your business. It is all attached to your business. And when you show up, business etiquette cannot be forgotten. Yes, you want people to fall in love with you as the entrepreneur, as the visionary. However, your products and our services will not be in a sustainable business if you don't check your business etiquette skills. And so I want to talk about, does business etiquette still matter? And I believe it does. I believe in you can show up and be authentic because I believe that is exactly what I do. I show up and be authentic in who I am and becoming because I'm always evolving as a woman, as a mother, as a being. So I'm always positioning myself to grow and evolve and learn. And so my business is a part of that journey. And I don't believe my business is going to be able to be sustainable if I don't check in with Anika, if I don't self check, if I don't hold myself accountable to my character, my integrity, my values, my morals, because that's all attached to the Choose to Live enterprises, right? Because we choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious and enlightened. So how I show up, how I articulate, what language I use in my business, it all matters because it represents me. It represents me. And so although people fall in love with you before they fall in love with your products or your services, whatever you do in the marketplace, you can quickly lose your audience. You can quickly lose your audience and stunt your own growth. That's called self-sabotage because you've lost sight of your business etiquette. You're no longer kind to your customers or your clients. You're no longer respectful of their time. You're no longer respectful of their money. Come on here, somebody. That is real talk. So welcome to the Behind the Screen Business Confessions, because we have to have the real raw conversations about what goes on behind the screen. It is no easy task to say yes to something that is bigger and greater than you. It's no easy task to show up every day and be committed and be focused to what it is that you are called to do without losing sight of the vision, without being distracted. And so when we're distracted, when we are in that position of competition or the race, I got to meet this goal before then because whatever. then we're operating out of the wrong space and we lose sight of the vision and we lose ourselves. So let's talk about business etiquette. It helps you to stand out in the marketplace. And here's where I might get in trouble, influencers, but I believe in being honest about what I'm seeing. And so, again, social media, it is not going anywhere. It is evolving. It is growing. It is expanding. And for those of us who are in the business of service, I am considered a service-based entrepreneur, although I have products as well, right? My first love is coaching, right? And that involves me being interactive with my clients. That means I'm engaging with them. I'm meeting with them maybe weekly or monthly, depending on whatever program that they have opted into. So my business etiquette has to stand out in order for them to say yes to work with me. So if you are a service-based entrepreneur, I want you to put a 2 in the comments. Go ahead and put a 2 in the comments if you are a service-based entrepreneur, because this is definitely going to be helpful to us, because in most cases, your products will sell themselves, right? However, I'm going to talk about it still matters with your business etiquette, even if you are just solely product based. It still matters with how you show up. And I'm going to share with you why, because branding and marketing is ongoing. So that's how you communicate with your audience, right? And if you don't have the right systems in place, then your business etiquette will not sustain the business, because you communicate by branding, you communicate by marketing, right? So that is all in alignment with your business etiquette skills. So it helps you to stand out in the marketplace. Number one, because you are recognized as a professional. Again, your language, what you speak to your audience, how you show up, your appearance, your clothing, it all attracts your audience. It all speaks to the person that you are, what you represent, especially those of us who are service-based. So you are recognized as a professional, meaning you are to be taken seriously and respected. You want to be taken seriously and you want to be respected in the marketplace. Respect is longevity in the marketplace. Come on here, somebody. Respect is longevity in the marketplace. You want to be respected and you want to be recognized as a professional, right? That's the objective. So you got to begin to work on your interpersonal skills. For those of you who are service-based, it's very important that you come conscious and clear about your interpersonal skills, because this requires you to be empathetic. It requires you to have active listening, right? It requires you to, again, be to resolve conflict. Because you're not going to please everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy, even no matter how kind you are, no matter how respectful you are. Some clients are just difficult to please, even when you have done your due diligence to resolve the conflict. Even when you've done your due diligence to make it right, it still might not be enough. Come on here, somebody. I've been in that situation a time or two. And what I've learned is I can't take it personal. When you've done all that you can do to make it right, to bring a resolution, and they're still not pleased, you have to begin to say, I've done what I can do, and that's enough. Because you're not going to be in a position to please everybody that you encounter as clients. And so those are the teachable moments. Those are the lessons that you take with you. Not to say I did it wrong, but how can I do it better next time? How can I improve? Come on here, somebody. How can I improve? How can I adjust? How can I make this right for the next encounter that I come in contact with? That's the question. Instead of doing the blame game, doing the pity party. We released our ego. We released our pride a long time ago. Come on here, somebody, and we choose to live. We choose to be liberated. So that means there's freedom within what I'm doing. I have to set my own self free. I can't stay in bondage. I can't stay captive to my negative thinking. I have to release and let it go, especially when you've done all that you can do. I know I set somebody free right there. I set you free right there because you've been saying, what did I do wrong? When you acknowledge what you've done that you could have done differently, that's enough. Now take on the practice again to acknowledge, accept, and own it. I'm going to improve. I'm going to make adjustments. I'm going to make it right. I'm going to learn from this experience. So you're not carrying baggage and you're not projecting on your audience. You're making it right within, intentionally, on purpose. Come on here, somebody. So your business etiquette has everything to do as a service-based entrepreneur. It has everything to do with how you interact and you engage with your audience. It has everything to do with that. So I'm going to recap the interpersonal skills that you may need to improve on. You may need to adjust. You may need to practice, right? And so that is, again, being respectful of your audience time, their money. They do not have to do business with you. They're not in obligation. They're not in contract. But when they do make the investment and they do say yes, you have a responsibility to respect their time and their investment and provide the promise. Provide what they are expecting and make sure that they're clear about the expectations. So you want to respect their time. You want to respect their investment, right? You want to be empathetic. You want to have active listening. You want to be in a position to resolve conflict. So you don't take things personal when someone says no. You don't take it personal when they say, I am not pleased with your service. I did not like what was received. Okay, how can I assist you? How can I make it right? Let's have a conversation about that. Instead of taking it personal, instead of getting to your defense, because if those aren't checked, your business will not be sustainable. It will not have longevity. So you're in business for it to be sustainable, for it to have longevity, for it to thrive. Come on here, somebody. That's why you said yes to the assignment. Because this is your purpose. This is your identity. This is who you are. It's a part of your being, right? So being recognized as a professional is important. You're someone to be taken seriously. You're someone to be respected in the marketplace. And I'll tell you right now, I'd rather be respected. I'd rather be respected in the marketplace. And one of the things that is lacking with our content creators and our influencers, because I've been in business since 2015 when I published my first memoir, Diaries of an Elect Lady. I became an author, best-selling author. So that's when my journey began. And I've always made it a reference to influencers because everybody has a purpose. Everybody has an audience. Everybody has a story. And so with that being said, right, everyone has the ability to influence someone's life, to make an impact on someone's life, whether that impact is positive or negative. Everyone is in that position to do so. But I choose to be a light. I choose to be hope. I choose to be inspiration. Come on here, somebody. So when I shared my story, right, I positioned myself as an author. I positioned myself as a leader. I positioned myself as a professional. So I want to make sure that I have a system that is in place with my operation in business, my day-to-day in business, how I communicate with people who want to do business with me, especially with discovery calls. That's where you're able to highlight your personality. You're able to connect, right? And you know when it's a good fit and when it's a good connection and when it's not. And we have to learn also to just say, you know what, this may not work. I've had to say that. I don't think this would be a good fit for you. However, refer them to someone else, because energy speaks louder than your words. So when I'm on those discovery calls with potential clients, I'm also very clear that this may not work out. I may not be the right fit for them based on their budget, based on energy, based on connection, just a lot of different factors, right? So when it's not a good fit and it's not a good connection, don't try to force it because you want the sale. Don't try to force it because you want the sale. This has everything to do with, again, your integrity, your character, your values, who you are. It is still attached to your business. So that has everything to do with your business etiquette. Again, your interpersonal skills is what I'm referencing, because that's what people are going to connect with when they're doing business with you as a service-based entrepreneur. Right? So let's talk about product-based entrepreneurs. Remember, I mentioned that you are still in the business of doing business, right? So although your products may sell themselves, right, your packaging, your branding, your marketing is still aligned with business etiquette. The language that you use, how you interact with your clients online, right? Are their packages coming in a timely manner? Is their packages coming unorganized? All of that matters. You are still presenting value. You are still delivering value. Although your clients may not be doing direct business with you, you still have a brand to protect. You still have a brand to protect. So don't think that you are out of this conversation, because you're not. I have both. I do, again, service-based. I have coaching programs. I do retreats. I host events. So this is all about being engaging and interacting and utilizing my interpersonal skills. However, with my products, right, Women's Escape, that's a membership subscription box. So that's all about, again, presentation, packaging, right? In timely fashion, making sure shipments go out, communicating if orders are delayed, right? That's all about my business etiquette. Come on here, somebody. So pursue your purpose on today. Pursue your purpose with your integrity, with your character, with your values and your morals, what's important to you, because that's what shows up. So if you didn't hear anything that I said on tonight's episode, influencer, know this: you can improve, you can adjust. And those teachable moments are exactly that, teachable moments. It's not failure, it's a lesson learned. It's going to help me to grow and evolve, mature, because entrepreneurship will grow every area of you. Remember that. So if you need to improve and you need to make adjustments, a great place to start would be your operational system. How are you managing that from your day to day? Those of you who are service based, right? How is your day to day operation system set up? From the time people opt into your program, is there a welcome email, right? Is there some type of greeting automated with your text or email campaign? From your discovery sessions, is there a follow-up email or a follow-up phone call? Right? What type of day-to-day system do you have in place for your operations in business? And that's a way for you to improve. That's a way that you can begin to adjust, right? So that way you can grow in business. So I want to share with you 7 management systems that you, again, want to begin implementing in your business. You want to begin to implement in your business. You want to begin to practice these processes in your business because it will develop efficiency and accuracy. Again, you're in the business of teaching and learning, right? So you're forever learning. So the first management system that I want you to begin to consider adjusting and improving in, if you have not mastered, is, again, I've already said it, your operation management system, your day-to-day. Number 2 is your client management. How do you manage your clients? That's important. That has everything to do with, again, how you interact, how you engage from the time people opt into your products or services. What is their first contact from you? Your financial management. What software systems do you have in place, right? How are you tracking and assessing your revenue, your loss, your profit? That is very important. What systems, again, do you have in place? Your marketing management. What strategies are you utilizing that are effective with your audience? What does your audience respond to? Is it behind the screen? Is it behind the scenes, right? Is it this or that? Is it follow my journey strategies? What strategies are you practicing and yielding results? Your sales management, right? How are you tracking, assessing, and adjusting your sales? Again, what softwares are in place? What automation is tracking the data? Your talent. If those of you who may have employees, you may be, you may have a brick and mortar. Again, you may have employees for those of you who do just online business. So how are you managing your team? Are you using Google Workspace? Are you using Gusto? What is your software system? How are, those are things you want to think about. And your legal management. You do not have to, again, have an elaborate budget, right? But you can have yearly insurance coverage, right? Depending on what you do. But you want to make sure that you have a legal management system in place. And so these are the 7 management systems that will definitely help you to process efficiently and accurately in your business when it comes to your business etiquette. Again, it has everything to do with your interpersonal skills, right? Okay, being respectful, being empathetic, having active listening, and being resolution, bringing a resolution to your conflicts. Conflict resolution is what it's called, right? Okay, so improve and adjust, right? Because that's what we are in business to do. Improve and adjust. Come on here, somebody. So I want you to choose to live, choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious, and enlightened. Let me know if this was helpful to you business owners around the world, you influencers, entrepreneurs, content creators, right? Let me know if this was helpful to you in the marketplace. Until next time, choose to live.